All right, let's look at the first one. This is packet 2. This is number 1. It says there, let me read the question. Alex bought 2 buckets of baseballs that cost $19.49 each, a bat that cost $125.50, and 2 pair of baseball socks that totaled $29.50. The tax on Alex's purchases equaled $16. The question is, how much change did Alex receive if he paid with $300 bills? So just think about what it's asking you to do. Let's get the pin up there. So, like for example, this word, how much change? Well, when you go to the store and you're gonna get change back, you're gonna have to subtract. So, how much money did this person give the cashier or the employee? Well, it says there, this person, Alex, gave the employee $300 bills. That's what he paid with. And so think about, okay, what do I have to do to figure out how much did he spend? Well, you have to total up all the costs. And it tells you there that 2 buckets cost $19.49 each. Now the word each means each one. Well, he bought 2 of them, so remember that. And then it says a bat. Well, a bat is 1 bat, so a bat that costs $125.50. And then it says 2 pair of socks that total. And you see the word totals there. That means that they're giving you the answer for both pairs already. They're not telling you that each pair costs $29.50. They're saying 2 pair of baseball socks total $20.50. And of course the tax. The tax is equal to $16. So think about that. What you have to do. Well, you have to figure out, okay, how much money are they charging him, including the tax, and then he's paying with $300 bills. So how much change should Alex have left? And I hope we can figure out that. Okay. Number 2 there. I'll read the question. It says, a gallon of paint covers 450 square feet. Patrick's paint shop painted 16,650 square feet of wall surfaces in 1 week. How much gallons of paint did they use to paint the walls? That's the question. Now, the answers here, F is 37 gallons, G is 35 gallons, H is 13 gallons, J is 41 gallons. So you got to think here, he wants Patrick paint shop, he wants to paint the walls surfaces. And he's going to use, of paint, he's going to use 16,650 square feet. That's of paint. Well, if you ever go with your parents to the local hardware, you're gonna find out that they purchase the paint in tubs and gallons, in the little cylinder gallon type aluminum shaped containers, or they buy the bigger ones. But in this case, they want you to think about gallons. So here it says a gallon. Well, that means 1 gallon. 1 gallon covers 450, so that means 1 gallon is equal to 450 square feet. So I'll put here square feet. F2. I'll just put it on this side. 1 gallon equals 450 square feet. Okay. Well, he used, I don't know how many gallons, X amount of gallons. He used X gallons, and he painted 16,650 square feet. Okay, so what you got to figure out is, okay, how many gallons did he need for him to be able to use 16,650 square feet of paint? 1 gallon is 450. Well, if I had 2 gallons, 2 gallons would equal, well, 1 gallon is 450. 2 gallons would be 450, double that, times 2. That would be 900 square feet. Okay, so you got to figure out, okay, how many gallons does he need? So what number is he going to get to where he's going to finally use that much paint? All right, number three. Number three, I'll read the question and answer choices. Martin paid $94.57 for 24.5 gallons of diesel fuel. The question is, how much did Martin pay for each gallon of diesel? The answer choices are A is $3.95 per gallon, B $3.92 per gallon, C $3.86 per gallon, or D $3.80 per gallon. This is a very straightforward question. Think about when gone with your parents to the Stripes convenience store or any place that sells gas, HEB, Walmart, Sam's. You'll notice the sign there. It tells you the price per gallon. In fact, right now the price per gallon is very cheap. Think here. It's always, do you see dollars per gallons or do you see gallons per dollars? And if you pay close attention, you'll know that which one of these it applies to in the real world. And so all you have to do is, okay, either you put it this way or you put it this way, and then you just use TIVO, okay, top in, bottom out, because you want to find out, the question is how much Martin paid for each gallon. So they want to know how much 1 gallon costs. So the question is, how much does 1 gallon cost? We know 24.5 gallons will cost you this. Well, yeah, but how much does 1 gallon cost? So that's what you got to figure out. How much does 1 gallon cost? But you got to use TIVO. First, you got to think here. In the real world, do we have dollars over gallons or do we have gallons over dollars? And then use TIVO. And then you will see the answer. Okay, number 4 there. I'll read the question and answer. Laurie bought 4 1/4 yards of brown braid trim, 7 4/5 yards of blue lace, and 13.5 yards of gold ribbon. She paid $2.40 for each yard of trim or lace, and $1.72 for each yard of ribbon. The question is, how much did Laurie spend on her purchases excluding tax? Answer 1, F is $105.27, G $28.92, H $61.32, and J $52.14. This is one that it says the question is how much did Laurie spend? Well, you got to figure out, okay, well, how much they spent. It tells you Laurie bought 4.5 yards of brown trim. Okay, so we're going to put here, okay, trim, 4 1/4 yards. Well, that's in decimal. We'll convert that to 4.25. Okay. And then she also purchased lace. So we'll put here lace. And she purchased 7 4/5. 7 4/5. If 1/5 is 0.20, well, 4/5 is 4 of these. So 0.20 times 4, which is 0.80. So this is 7.8 or 0.80. And then she purchased 13.5 yards of gold ribbon. So we'll put here a ribbon. And how much did she get? She got 13.5 or 13.5. Okay. Now you gotta ask yourself, okay, did she pay the same price for each one of these? And that's what you gotta keep reading here. And it says here, well, look, she paid $2.40 for each yard. So that means that for each yard of trim, so this is the trim, she paid $2.40 for each one. Well, she purchased 4.25. That means that for each one, which means that you purchased 4.25, well, you're going to have to multiply times that, 2.4. Your decimals don't have to be aligned. Now, she also purchased lace. Well, how much is that going to cost her? Well, she paid $2.40 for each yard of trim. It says there, or lace. So that means that the lace also costs her the same as the trim. So again, you would put here, okay, same thing. What you put over here is the same thing because it says trim or lace. So the cost is the same, $2.40 for each yard of trim or lace. And then we get to the ribbon part. And it says $1.72 for each yard of ribbon. Well, she purchased 13.5 of it, or 13 and a half, and it's going to cost her $1.72 for each yard. So again, multiply times 1.72. Once you have all three answers, all you're going to do is, well, it says how much did Laurie spend? Well, once you find out each one, then you can figure out what are you going to do after that. All right, good luck. Let's see one more. Okay. Number 5 there. I'll read the question, then answer. Mr. Tomlinson earns $17.50 per hour at his job when he works over 40 hours in a single week. He earns $17.50 per hour plus an additional $5.25 per hour. Last week, Mr. Tomlinson worked 47 hours. How much money did he earn for working 47 hours in a single week? All people who work on an hourly base, sometimes we call that time and a half. When we work extra, we work overtime. So if you hear the word overtime, you get paid extra. Overtime, you get paid extra. So remember that. You don't get paid the same thing as you will for the first 40 hours. All your parents, if they work by the hour, that's what we have in the U.S. So for the first 40, he's going to get $17.50 per hour. So $17.50 for 40 hours. Per hour, he works 40, so 17.5 times 40. But look what it says here. Mr. Tomlinson worked 47 hours. So he worked extra hours. Well, how many extra hours did he work? He worked, remember, 40 is considered regular hour. So 40 hours here is regular. Extra is anything extra hours are past 40. So how many hours did he go over 40? Well, as you can see, he did 47. So that means he had 7 hours extra. Okay, how much does he get paid for those 7 hours extra? It tells you right here. He gets paid, it says there, when he works over 40, he earns $17.50 per hour plus an additional $5.25 per hour. So that means that he earns what he earned for the first 40, but he also gets, on top of that, he gets $5.25 per hour. So first you gotta, okay, know this word plus means what it means, plus. So $17.50 plus this per hour, that means times the extra hour. So times extra hours. So think about that, times the extra hours. So $17.50 plus $5.25 per hour, which are the extra hours. So times extra hours. Well, how many extra hours did he work? Well, we wrote it down. Once you have that answer, then you're gonna add it to this other answer, and you'll find your final answer. Okay. Good luck, and hope you can get 100. You will be submitting this through Itazo. I will upload the code in a few minutes. Okay. Adios.